Karen's voice was a chainsaw, slicing through the quiet dusk of Willow Creek. "This is private land, you little punk," she shrieked, her jowls quivering like a bulldog's. 17-year-old Mia, my daughter, stood frozen on the sidewalk, her phone trembling in her hands as she filmed the absurd scene unfolding before her. She hadn't meant to start a war, just capture a quirky video for her school's media club about the neighborhood's overzealous HOA, but now, here she was, cornered by Karen and her sister, Linda, the self-appointed queens of Willow Creek's Homeowners Association. It was a Thursday evening, the kind where the air smells of fresh-cut grass and kids' laughter echoes from backyards. Mia had been wandering the cul-de-sac, her phone panning across manicured lawns and cookie-cutter houses, narrating her project about suburban life. She'd paused to film a tacky plastic flamingo propped in Karen's front yard, a neon eyesore that screamed, "Look at me." That's when Karen, all 300 pounds of her, stormed out in a floral muumuu, her face a mask of entitlement. "You're trespassing," Karen bellowed, waddling toward Mia with surprising speed for someone who looked like she hadn't seen a gym since the Reagan administration. Linda, her thinner but equally venomous sister, trailed behind, clutching a clipboard like it was the Constitution. "This is HOA property. Delete that video, or I'll have you arrested." Mia, bless her, didn't back down. "I'm on the sidewalk," she said, voice steady despite the fear in her eyes. "It's public." Karen's face turned the color of a ripe tomato. "Public? Public? This is our neighborhood, and we say what's public." She jabbed a meaty finger at Mia's phone. "Give me that, or I'll take it myself." I was inside our house, oblivious, stirring spaghetti sauce when Mia's friend Jake burst through the door. "Mrs. Carter, you gotta come quick. The HOA ladies are losing it on Mia." My heart dropped. I grabbed my phone and sprinted outside, apron still tied around my waist. The scene I found was straight out of a bad reality show. Karen and Linda were circling Mia like vultures, their voices a cacophony of threats. A small crowd, neighbors, mostly, had gathered, whispering but too scared to intervene. The sisters had a reputation for terrorizing anyone who dared defy their HOA rules. No unapproved mailboxes, no basketball hoops, no breathing without permission. "Karen, back off," I shouted, pushing through the onlookers. "She's a kid." Karen whirled on me, her eyes gleaming with righteous fury. "Your delinquent daughter is filming private property. She's breaking the law." Linda chimed in, waving her clipboard. "We have covenants. You signed them. This is a violation." I glanced at Mia, who was still filming, her jaw set. "Mom, they're lying. I checked the rules. The sidewalk's public, and I'm not on their land." Pride swelled in my chest, but fear gripped me tighter. Karen took a step closer to Mia, her hand twitching like she might actually grab the phone. That's when I noticed the handwritten note on the fence behind them, scrawled in black marker. HOA Karen's caught in scandal. It was bold, messy, and perfect Simone's silent rebellion against their tyranny. "Step back, Karen," I warned, planting myself between her and Mia. "You touch her, and you'll regret it." Karen scoffed, her chins wobbling. "Oh, please. You're just as trashy as your kid. We're calling the cops." Linda was already dialing, her smug grin promising trouble. The neighbors murmured, some nodding in approval, others looking uneasy. I caught the eye of Mr. Thompson, the retired vet who lived across the street. He shook his head, muttering, "They've gone too far this time." Minutes later, 2 police officers arrived, their cruiser pulling up with a slow crunch of gravel. Karen and Linda lit up like kids on Christmas, ready to see Mia hauled off in cuffs. "Officers," Karen cried, pointing at Mia. "This girl's trespassing and filming without consent." Officer Ramirez, a no-nonsense woman with a sharp gaze, raised a hand. "Calm down, ma'am. Let's hear everyone's side." Mia explained, her voice clear and confident, showing the officers her footage. I backed her up, pointing out the public sidewalk and the HOA's overreach. Karen and Linda sputtered, interrupting with claims of privacy violations and community standards. But the tide was turning. The neighbors, emboldened, started speaking up. "They've been bullying us for years," Mrs. Patel said, stepping forward. They fine us for everything: me son's bike, my flowers, even my dog barking. They tried to tow my car for parking in my driveway, Mr. Thompson added, his voice gruff. Officer Ramirez exchanged a look with her partner, Officer Lee. Ma'am, she said to Karen, the sidewalk is public property. Filming here is legal. You, however, can't threaten a minor or attempt to take her property. Karen's jaw dropped. But the HOA rules. HOA rules don't supersede the law, Officer Lee said, his tone clipped. And we've had complaints about you two before. Extortionate fines, harassment sound familiar. The crowd gasped. Karen and Linda's faces drained of color. It turned out, their reign of terror had caught the attention of more than just the neighbors. The police had been investigating the HOA for months, thanks to anonymous tips about their shady practices. Fines funneled into personal accounts, forged documents, even threats to foreclose on homes. That handwritten note on the fence. It wasn't just a jab, it was a clue, left by someone fed up with their greed. As the officers questioned Karen and Linda, the sisters' bravado crumbled. Karen's voice cracked as she tried to deflect blame, while Linda clutched her clipboard like a lifeline. Mia, still filming, caught every moment their stammering, their excuses, their downfall. You can't do this, Karen wailed as Officer Ramirez read them their rights. We're protecting our community. You're protecting your egos, I snapped, unable to hold back. You've bullied everyone here, but it ends tonight. The neighbors cheered, a wave of relief washing over the crowd. Mia lowered her phone, a small smile breaking through her nerves. Got it all, Mom, she whispered. The officers led Karen and Linda to the cruiser, their protests fading into the night. The crowd dispersed, some clapping Mia on the back, others thanking her for standing up to the tyrants. Mr. Thompson even offered to buy her ice cream, calling her the hero of Willow Creek. Later, as we sat on our porch, Mia uploaded her video to the media club's page. It went viral overnight, titled HOA Karen's Caught in Scandal, sparking a flood of stories from others who'd faced similar HOA nightmares. The sisters faced charges for harassment and fraud. Their precious HOA dissolved under legal scrutiny. Willow Creek breathed easier, the weight of their reign lifted. Mia learned a lesson about courage, about standing firm even when the odds seemed stacked against you. I learned to trust her instincts, her fire. And the neighborhood? It learned that no one, not even a pair of self-righteous Karens, is above accountability. The end.